What up? It's been a hot few days. Wanted to think about being dramatic for a second, man. I was like, nah, it's not gonna work because I'm not even like doing too much for this video. What's up? It's Reyes Hip Hop in the building, and we're gonna talk about some things about being human. You know, a lot of these times that when I think about like recording and I'm about to press record, I don't like have a script or anything. It's more like, okay, I have this idea in my head. It's been on my mind for a minute. Let me just make a video about it, whether it's a short form or long form. That's the play right now for me. But I want to talk to you guys about being human, because one thing I will say, and this I guess you could say I'm taking accountability for it, in the sense of like everything that I've ever like tried to help somebody else out with their relationship when they asked me to help them out with, or just give them some advice with, I still feel like I wasn't in a position to per se give it advice. Two things I've learned additional to the last video is that I want to make sure I say my words clearly, so give me a second to process. We have an option to either build our partner or have them come pre-packaged, and most of us prefer the pre-packaged version versus build, because we believe we know what we want in a certain degree, and a lot of us can know what we want, but most of the time somebody's not going to know you, and unless you know exactly what's required to be with you, and I mean like you know yourself and how it might make somebody else feel, whether it's happy, sad, or mad, annoyed, whatever you want to call it. Like, then yeah, you got somebody prepackaged, but in most cases your significant other is learning you and you're learning them. So y'all learning, y'all practicing, y'all building to become that partner for each other, around each other. And that's also the part, the human side of it, because there's aspects of you that you would have thought, and this is coming from somebody that has been single for damn near all his life. One could argue it is all my life, but besides the point, coming to terms of like, okay, I'm human. This is a relationship that like I seen coming from myself, but then now actually being in the shoes of, I'm not gonna say it's like an entirely different experience, but it is a different experience. It is one I was like, okay, I've taught it. Now I'm walking it. And I'm walking it. But that walk ain't so easy. That walk is not easy. I know what I'm walking on is the right thing to walk on. It's like saying like, oh, like hot rocks don't sound bad to be stepping on until you start stepping on it. It's like, oh, I feel the temperature, my feet burning. I got some soft ass feet. I don't, none of this ain't working. It's like, it don't sound bad. It don't sound bad. It's like, this time when I say something to my girl, she's like, it's easy for you to say. And it's like, I know. And some of y'all that have been riding with me for a couple of years can attest to this. I know that some of the things I say or some things that people have said, it's not easy. It's not at all. It is not at all. The point is not to be easy. The point isn't for it to be like, oh yeah, I could just say it and all of a sudden like it just magically it's, I'm saying this because 7 times out of 10, that is the path that you need to be on. That is the mentality you need to have when you step into that room or when you have that conversation. That is the part that you need to succumb to subconsciously and walk with it. Not run, walk with it. AKA taking your time with it. Because that right there is better than pondering, wondering, Years upon years. Like, you know how many conversations if I had. Matter of fact, good example. I had a conversation with somebody last month about modeling. And for those who don't know, some people that those who don't know. I was under the impression that she didn't like me as a model. As in, like, I shot with her a few times, and she just didn't want to shoot with me. It was as basic as that. So I spent the last 4 or 5 years never shooting her again until I hit her up the last month, and then she was like, that was never the case. You know, like, I was really under that impression because I never heard from her. I never heard from her wanting to shoot with me again. I don't know if I reached out to her at one point or not, but it just gave off the vibe of, like, I felt that I wasn't good enough for the shots that she was giving other people. Mind, this was like early stages when I was shooting. So I'm not saying I'm still there or I'm there now to give her, like, you know, the shots that. Nonetheless, she was just saying that was not the case. And I'm like, wow. A lot of times we make up things in our head and that playbook never happens. A lot of times we think that, hey, if we're going to say this thing, this person's going to flip out or do X, Y, Z. It tends to never happen. It tends to never happen. The closest reality that you have is the person that you see on a day-to-day basis. That person, I will probably say, will be the most likely case of knowing how someone may actually act before the actual conversation. But as far as everyone else, you know how many people are scared to tell the landlord, hey, I need an extra 2 weeks on rent, so don't bill me or charge me or hit me with a fee. Where 90% of the landlords will be perfectly fine with you saying that versus you trying to hide it, so now they have to do a fee. Like, it all happens. We're all human. At the end of the day, we're all human. That's all I'm really trying to get at. We're just all human. And, like, respectfully knowing that by being human is we're all gonna have our own thoughts, our own ways of actions, our own belief system and whatnot, and we would have to, like, relearn ourselves. Relearn how the operation of the world works. Like, and I say that too, and I'm sure my girlfriend probably gonna see this video at some point, or even future generations. There's like there's times where I say certain things to my girlfriend, and she takes that so negative, or she takes it negatively, and she's like, "Why would you say that?" I'm like, "Why would you think I say that in the sense to hurt you? Did it hurt you? It probably did. I didn't mean to, but why would I say that to, like, innately hurt you? Why would I have said whatever I said during that time to be like, oh yeah, I want to see you cry, or I want to see you feel away? It's like, no, I say it in either the form of encouragement, which comes across as truthful or me being honest with, etc. Because whatever question being popped up and I answered, or I'll, like, you know, my POV was, I love you. This is something about you that I adore. Like, there was a video that we were watching, or I watched, and then she overheard, about this girl talking about, and this is on TikTok, about this girl talking about she was, like, on top of this man, riding this man, etc. And then, like, he gonna call her chubby on top of, like, mid-stroke. And then talk about something like, you know, it never feels so good to be, like, you know, with a chubby person. Or something along that nature. And I'm like, I can see why he said it. And my girl's like, that's so disrespectful. And I'm like, I hear you, but I can see why he said it. I'm not saying that's not disrespectful, but from his point of view, I can see why he said it. From her point of view, I can understand, like, yo, that is disrespectful. But the guy's POV, he was infatuated with the fact of wow, I didn't know how good it would feel to have somebody. It sounds wrong. I'm not gonna lie to you. It does sound bad as it's being progressively said, but from his excitement, it's like in a similar sense of like when girls talk about like dudes, with a belly. It's like we feel subconsciously disrespected by that. You know how many times as we're single, we get more compliments for being fit, for being toned out and whatnot, and then when we go to the ship, now you're telling me that you're fine with a belly? You know what I'm saying? Like it messes with us as men to be like, it is a part of like, it feels disrespectful, but we don't like move as is that way. We're just like, okay, well, if you do like it, then we may keep it, or we may just keep working out to be where we are. But like, we kind of just don't take really offense to it, because it's not like you gave it to us in the manner of malice, and we try to do the same thing back. Whether it's delivery, whether it's tone, whether it's word choices, it's taken as such, and it's like, okay, we made a mistake, but it's not like we meant it in that way. I don't see why. If you're with somebody, y'all both say I love you, that half or even more than half, it should be like 20%, not even 20%, it should be like 5% of the things that they say should not trigger, offend you as if they meant to hurt you. That's just my hot take, my personal opinion. Let me know what you guys think about that. Shout out to the Discord. And seriously about the Discord and about like the people that have been subscribing and commenting, John, Nicole, Emmanuel, and a lot of other people, whether on TikTok and whatnot. Shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all. I really do. It's been how long now since y'all been with me? Going through ups and downs. Some of y'all like, yo, why are you not famous yet? Why are you not here? Why are you not there? Honestly, I couldn't tell you. I'm at a point where I'm just doing everything simple. I'm gonna keep everything simple. No more over complex situations. No more over complex stuff. Simple content. I want to stack it. I want to work on it. I got a couple more songs that's being made. The year of next year is looking good. I'm probably going to end up aiming more for February releases instead of January releases, because I'm just a little too close to that window. And I don't have enough songs ready for, in my opinion, to really take off in that direction. But like I said, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I always check them out after some days, because YouTube still doesn't notify me about, my comments, but it is what it is. And if you want to join my Discord, just put the comment section in the Discord. Like, yo, I want to join the Discord. Until then, y'all, peace out.